Hi, everybody. Once again, it's cooking in quarantine. So, how is everyone out there? I'm not having a particularly good day. It started this morning when I was making a cup of coffee and dropped the glass jar that the sugar is in and cut my finger fairly badly. And I'm just kind of in a foul, sour mood. And so I got up and went out this morning, and instead of preparing myself for a good day of cooking, because when I'm in a bad mood, the last thing I want to do is eat. I am not a stress eater. And there's all kinds of food left over. Most notably, my fantastic cassoulet from last Thursday that really has to be eaten. So I'm going to heat that up in a minute. But I made an impulse buy when I was out earlier today. I have, I'm sure I've mentioned it here, that since I've been doing this, been in quarantine, I've been realizing how often I need a bigger food processor. A food processor that does more than my little tiny mini prep, mini chop guy does. So this morning while I was at Bed Bath & Beyond, hoping that I could get, I use their paper towels. They are the best. I buy them because they're like Bounty. They're Bounty-like, but they cram more paper towels on the actual, on that core than the average. So I'm just trying to be conscious. So I go there because I hear somewhere on the news that there's now another paper shortage. Got plenty of toilet paper, hooray. And there were none. And so then I, of course, walked by the damaged goods corner and I found the very food processor that I've been eyeing off and on. I've been seeing people sell these for $150 on Facebook Marketplace. I am taking a risk by buying something. I'm hoping that if it doesn't work because of the broken packaging, I don't know if you can see, but there, it looks like maybe the edge of a forklift scratched it, but we're going to see what happens when we take this out and hope that what it looked like as I peered through the spots in the tape, that it didn't do anything to this insides, this casing that all the parts are in. It may, however, have been taped up so tightly that I'm going to never be able to get it out. So let's see. There we go. Coming along nicely. All right, so let's see. The booklet was right where the break is, and it seems, while smushed, to be nothing that a brick or for a day or two couldn't fix. Fingers crossed. Whoever's out here, this is very exciting. I bought myself a Cuisinart this morning on closeout in order to get over being blue. All right, this is looking very, very good, guys. So, boom. So this is right exactly where the problem in the box was, and so this was on closeout because the box was broken. And so as you see, it looks like the housing here inside is in almost perfect condition. Now I'm looking at the Cuisinart itself. There is no mark, no scuff, no anything wrong with the bottom. Oh, maybe just a tiny little scratch right here. One tiny, tiny scratch. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. This will make me so happy. This one, why I looked at it, is that it has a little 3-cup bowl. My little tiny is 4. And so this kind of means it takes the place of. It doesn't mean I'll throw away my mini prep. I'll just put it into a place that's not so easily gotten to. I'm guessing these are my blades. They are not open, so indeed it's just a body thing. It doesn't look like anybody's unwrapped it. Oh God, you guys, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay, let's see how to pull this out in a gentle way. Oh, not too heavy. I like that. Excellent. So as you may have heard me mention in the last few weeks, I am counting up to my 100th cooking in quarantine. And so, fingers crossed, if this works, I have a whole new world of options here for what we can make tomorrow and the next day. I almost don't even want to, out of fear that it won't be perfect. Oh my, it's so pretty. The other thing I need to do is see this, that when it's closed, right, I'm guessing I can stow this pretty well, how tall it is. Up here, I don't know if you guys remember, but I have here a little cupboard all the way up my ceiling where I keep things that are not used all the time. And it is 18 inches inside, and this is 15 inches from top to bottom. My heart is singing with joy. Perfect. I'm so happy, you guys. You know, it's going to be a while, I think, before New York comes back to normal every day. This is my favorite time of year. I love the weather. If I could live in a place where it's, say, you know, the hottest day of the year is 85 and 50% humidity, and the coldest day of the year can be as cold as it wants, as long as it's not cold for really long snaps. I really love the cold. I like to wear sweaters and scarves and hats and all that stuff. So I don't mind the bundling up. I love the bundling up. And this seems pretty nice. What else are we going to get out? So this time of year, I can get up. Last night, it went down into the 40s, I think, if I remember correctly. But I mean, like 49, not super cold. And I had all the windows open. And I had 8 super fluffy pillows in the bed, 5 of them covered in silk, and the other in cotton, and 2 huge comforters piled up on me. I am sure that I looked like I was in a pile of marshmallow fluff. And I slept the sleep of the dead. It was absolutely delicious because I love it cold. I did wake up a couple of times thinking, oh my God, I'm so cold I can't sleep. But that's the joy of it. So let's see if Cuisinarts all work alike the world around. That tightly on. Get this. There should be that friendly snap. Maybe it won't give me the friendly snap without electricity. Let's see. Okay. Friendly snap. I don't want to do something wrong the very first time. Okay, this little bottom. Oh. There's that. Let's see what happens now. Okay, bowl release. Very nice. Okay, bowl lock. Very nice. That seems to be in place. Place in and just snap into place, baby. Come on, you can do it for me. Do you think I'm doing something wrong? Do you think I have to read the instructions before it's going to work? Let's see if I have to read the instructions. Maybe I do. Let's see. So, since I'm in a bad mood, I also have something else going on in the background, and that is a little Irene Crawl playing. And I think that her album, Better Than Anything, it's impossible to remain unhappy if you're listening to it. So let's see. It wants me to wash things, of course, but I will do that in a minute. Let's see. Okay, place it on a dry level. Do not plug it in until it's fully assembled. To use the small bolt nested in the large bowl, within the bowl, the handle clockwise lock. Yes, blade lock feature. Handle with care. Large blade operation. I know how they work. How come I feel like this doesn't want to snap into place? Pulse buttons. Okay, I'm just going to get rough with it. literally fighting me like vaginismus. What do you think I'm doing wrong? Is that not perfectly lined up? Let me see. Do not operate without cover. Do not remove cover until blade stops turning. These are not handy things for me to know. Okay, there is no damage here. At least it doesn't seem that there is. There shouldn't be. Okay, I feel like I need to call somebody who knows what I'm doing here and understands why this is happening. All right, you guys, so I know that this has not been a very long cooking in quarantine, but unless somebody over here has some suggestions, let's see. Does anybody know anything why I should think that this doesn't want to do this? Let's see. Properly assemble and engage the machine. Okay, maybe it doesn't want to be plugged in. Let's see. But I feel like that I have watched a lot of people sit with their things plugged in. Let's see if this all fits. Okay, we know it fits and clicks. Fit and click. Okay, so maybe something here isn't perfectly lined up. That's going to be the answer. Da 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 da. So this not only has to go in, this has to perfectly align to that hole, so that will go. This has to go down here so that this can go here. Now I think it's going to go. Don't you think it's going to go? Come on, baby. I know where you need to be. Is it too far? Oh! Yes! Yay! Awesome. Now, let's see. Okay. Deep breath. That was nice and not very loud, right? Oh, that was very nice and not loud at all. And I'm in love. I'm in love with my beautiful new Cuisinart Elemental. Look, isn't she pretty? She matches my kitchen, kinda. She's all closed up. What did I say, 15 inches? Which means there's going to be just exactly perfect amount of space for her to live right there. You guys, I'm so happy. I was really, really very, very gloomy this morning when I woke up. But sometimes it's the little things. And you know, that kind of goes to show that I've been thinking about doing this for easily since June. Easily. Like getting on Facebook Marketplace every day, every week, looking to see if there was a special somewhere or something. So there you go. What I could have bought secondhand for $150 a couple weeks ago, I just got for $70. Yay! So anyway, tune in tomorrow while we do all sorts of things. I'm going to start doing timer cooking. To heck with 30-minute meals. How low can you go? I can name that tune in 2 notes. So guys, I am so excited. It's Christmas in September here at my house. And so I'm going to very gingerly wash all of these pieces and thank the gods at Cuisinart. And I'm probably going to take a picture and send it to Cuisinart. You know, that's going to be my today's tip is if anything goes amiss or awry with anything that you have, if a company allows you to direct tweet to them, do that. If they don't, just tweet it out to the whole universe. But put some hashtags on there so it'll get their notice. Just last week, I got a new secret deodorant out. And the applicator came out with the cover top. And I had hemostats and tweezers and was using all of my force to try to get it out. And so I thought, that's one of those little tiny manufacturing flaws that they need to know about. They want to see that. They want to know what the SKU is on that. So you send them the SKU. I think I've told the story that years ago I got a corked bottle of Cholula the hot sauce. I tweeted them, direct tweeted them the SKU off the back of the bottle and said, guys, this one was corked. I know that I would want to know the same about my product. And they send me stuff randomly from time to time like I'm their buddy. I've sampled out new stuff for them. And so it's a really great way to communicate. Just yesterday, I got a $12 coupon from Procter & Gamble to replace that secret deodorant that isn't working at 100% functioning. So I'm going to tell the nice people at Bed Bath & Beyond and Cuisinart how happy I am with it. Invite them to like me on Cooking in Quarantine, because like every day, I encourage you to go on to YouTube. And if you type Decanted Diva, all one word, I come up very quickly. If you don't have my link, make your mama subscribe and your preacher subscribe and your best friend subscribe and all your sorority sisters subscribe and all the people at your job subscribe. Make everybody subscribe and you will make my heart glad. So now please understand, there's no hate here on Cooking in Quarantine, even though I am a nasty woman against Trump. But that is the only way to be, because the greatest champion of women's rights has sadly passed. There is nothing about my life that is possible without the advancements that she pushed through. I could not have bought this with my own credit card. I could not be here in an apartment that I rent and pay for in my own name, to name a few. Many of you out there are mothers who were able to not only continue to work as long as it was safe or felt good for you in your job, but were able to walk away for a period of time to have your babies and come back to your jobs. Without Ruth, you wouldn't have had that. So don't let little things distract you from the overall arc of good. I know people have different views of things and think that a lot of morality needs to be legislated. I'm not one of those people, so as you guys probably know. But today is National Get Out the Vote Day, so if you are not registered to vote, do so. If you know anyone who is not registered to vote, encourage them to do so. Go down to your local courthouse, get a little stack of voter registration envelopes and cards, and pass them out to people that you know that might not be registered to vote. And promise them, if you can, that you'll help them get to the polling place. I found out just yesterday that advanced polling is going to start, early polling they call it, is going to start in New York, I believe the 23rd or 4th. And so I was going to go down and hand off my ballot in person at the elections, the Board of Elections. But now that I know for sure that we have early voting, I'm going to go and cast my vote so it gets counted before the end of the day on November the 3rd, and not November the 4th or December 17th or January 31. So guys, register to vote, and remember that everything that you have, the union that you have, is thanks to a Democrat. And I don't mean to beat you with it, but you know, the only time Jesus lost his temper was over trade, and he did believe in the destruction of property as a form of social revolt. So there you go, a little capitalism and a little socialism right in one few minute segment. You guys, I thank you so much for coming. I have no idea what I think I might make tomorrow, but it'll be a surprise for all of us, because now I have my big, sexy, marvelous new Cuisinart. Thank you guys for coming. I love you so much. I don't know if I mentioned, but because I can't remember what day it was, but my sweet friend Mary Jo Payne gave me this wonderful abalone bracelet with an antique medallion to the patron saint of vintners. And I thought, what a sweet thing. And she does all kinds of custom things like that. So look her up on Facebook. And our dear sweet friend Liz Essex Burke has a package on the way to me. So I'm going to be showing off some more of her work here in the next few days. I'm hopeful. So guys, I love you all. I thank you for coming, and have a great day. Take care of yourself. Get some sunshine in your eyes. Get some blood. Get your blood pumping in your body. Find something good to do. If you're in New York, you guys, the blood supply is at a terrible, terrible low. If you can, go give blood. It's really simple. It'll take less than an hour of your time. Go online. You can book your time ahead of time. Thank you all. I love you. I really do feel better. This is why I do this. As I say, the whole point of cooking in quarantine, it's not about the food. It's about finding a way to remain purposeful and cheerful in quarantine, because it's still quarantine. Like I said, every day you walk down New York and you're like, wow, that's gone. That's boarded up and gone, and they're not coming back. It's going to be a weird few years. It's going to be like 2009 all over again, I think, if not the 70s or the 90s. So anyway, love to my New Yorkers and love to all of you guys. Take care of yourselves today.